I'm going to talk about how to actually find yourself so you can be yourself. We talk a lot about finding your purpose, finding your passions, learning who you are. But how exactly do you do that? How exactly do you go about that? Because I really feel like most of society, most people, and I was for so long, I was lost. And when we are lost, we are prone to getting into things that we probably shouldn't, things that don't serve our highest good, getting into like addictions, disempowering habits, chasing artificial material things that don't actually fulfill us, but we think they'll fulfill us, but they won't in the end. They won't. And so most of us are constantly in this inner war. We have these higher ideals, we have these grand visions, but we're not really able to break out. We constantly find ourselves stuck in situations that don't really satisfy us because we're not aligned with anything that truly excites us, anything that is really resonating at a deeper level, at a core level, resonating with our heart, right? And so first we gotta find out what those two sides are in the war. And the first side, the side that's probably keeping us trapped as a smaller version of ourselves, is the ego, or like the logical thinking mind. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying these aren't a vital part of us living here in physical reality. They're very vital. If we didn't have a sense of identity, we would probably go crazy. We probably wouldn't be able to contribute to society. If we couldn't make logical decisions, we couldn't plan anything out. We couldn't set goals. We couldn't make logical decisions. But most of us are just letting that part of us run our entire lives. So the ego wants to stay safe and wants to stay secure. Again, a vital part of living. But we almost go too far on the side of the ego. And so we're safe, we're secure to an extent, but we're not doing things that are really allowing us to reach our potential. We're probably not passionate about those things. We probably settled just for security. And it is tough to break out of that. It is tough because you will have to take a risk. If you listen to successful people, if you listen to the people that really followed their passions, followed their heart, at some point they had to make a tough decision. They probably came up against some obstacles, and they probably had to be really uncomfortable at times because the universe will find a way to test you. Life will find a way to test you when you really want to step up into your higher purpose. So we have the ego part of us. The other part of us that is battling is the soul part of us, or the limitless, I don't really know what to call it, but it's like the limitless, you could call it higher self, I don't know. Limitless part of yourself, okay? Or maybe it's like your subconscious, unconscious, I don't know. But that's the part of us that has the grand vision, that has the dreams. What we have to do is to get these two sides to work in alignment and not clash with each other again, because we can have both. We can balance both sides. That is the key to everything, is balance. But we have to start getting out of our logical mind for a second and actually listen or pay attention to our inner world and what we're feeling. And get it out of your mind that a passion, no matter how small or insignificant you think it is, I believe in this day and age, you can make your passion, you can turn it into a living. You really can. So we got to get that out of the way too. And you got to find out what actually excites you. Making money, it's a little exciting, right? But when I'm coaching volleyball and I'm helping people, at the end of the day, that's like a different kind of fulfillment. It's a different kind of high. And that kind of fulfillment gives me extra energy. It gives me unlimited energy. It's an unlimited source of energy when we're working towards something that we're passionate about. But you gotta be willing to try shit. Maybe just try something that you don't really know. Just try it. See if it works out. If not, you're starting to peel back the layers and we're starting to get to our core, what really excites us. And when we figure that out, don't give up. Because I've heard people say, oh, nothing excites me. Bullshit. You just haven't found it yet. Don't give up. And you probably will feel a little resistance, like maybe you're scared to take action towards it. Maybe you have a fear that is holding you back from taking action towards it. Maybe you have some kind of scarcity mindset surrounding your passion, surrounding stepping into your full potential. And it's just part of the evolution process, continuing to peel back the layers till we get to that full, limitless version of ourselves. But I believe when we find that thing or things that really light our fire, then we're going to start to tap into unlimited energy. Maybe that's even the fountain of youth. Because when you're working for something that is draining or sucking your energy, or you're selling your soul for something, you're selling your soul for a paycheck, that I think is what is aging us faster. That's why our health is declining. But we gotta start to shut the outside world for a second and start to pay attention to what's going on in our inner realm, our inner world. You can tune into your heart when you're out there in the wild. Tune into your heart when you got a big decision to make. You can turn your attention to your heart, and in a way you can listen to the guidance that it's giving you. But it's all feeling. It's not like it's gonna jump out of your chest and tell you, oh, do this. You gotta tune into how it's feeling. It's a different kind of communication. It's like your intuition, different kind of communication. And it ain't gonna tell you straight up. It's going to whisper. It's going to give you little subtle nudges. And we just gotta be ready to listen to those, ready to take a risk at an opportunity. Maybe the opportunity is right under your nose. You don't gotta go out and search for it. We gotta start letting opportunities come to us. But when we are in full alignment, when we end the war and we step into full alignment, that's when we start to attract things. So that was just me kind of talking. Hopefully it helped. Let me know what you think. Peace.